Remember I told you that within a couple of days, the forecast was we were going to lose $17 billion. So I started the business plan review. The charts are flowing, 320 charts. We even have them color-coded, red, yellow, green. Any change on the chart is in blue. So there's lots that doesn't change. All you're looking for is what has changed. You don't want to hear a long explanation about what's going on. What you want is that everybody knows the plan. Everybody knows the areas that need special attention. So the color, you got the charts going, and it was about 3 or 4 weeks. The data's flowing, and all the charts are green. And I stopped the meeting. I said, you guys, we're going to lose $17 billion. Is there anything that's not going well here? Eye contact goes to the floor. Nobody says anything. Now remember that culture you asked about. It wasn't okay to bring things up. I mean, it was command and control. You know, people disappeared. So I think another week went by and they were green. And of course, they've got me. They got this new leader. What's this leader going to do? And so the next 2 weeks later, Mark Fields, who's the leader of all the Americas business, Canada, the United States, and South America, had an Edge launch in Oakville, Canada. And they had an actuator issue on the tailgate. So he stopped production because we're going to be best in class. We're not going to deliver one vehicle unless it's done, and it's the best in quality. So he had like 2,000 or 3,000 Edges, you know, sitting out on the tundra. Thank God it was cold, so they weren't sinking in. Because when you stop production, I mean, it's a big deal. And so up comes his chart for the launch of this new Edge, and it's bright red. And I mean, it got so quiet. You know what they're all thinking. It's over. Mark's gone. Gone. He's out of here. And then what's this new guy going to do? So I started to clap. Now they knew that was a sign. The door was going to open. Somebody's going to come in. Mark's out of here. But I could just feel it. I mean, it just, and I said, Mark, is there anything that we can do to help you with that? And before Mark could say one word, Benny Fowler, who is the head of quality now worldwide, said, Mark, I think I've seen that issue on a launch that we did 6 months ago. Because, you know, in the car business, you have so much product coming out. I mean, that's what's so exciting. And then Joe Hendricks, at the time, he's the leader of all Asia Pacific now, was the head of manufacturing. He said, you're going to need some manufacturing engineers, because as soon as you find that problem and fix it, you're going to have to change all those vehicles and get the production going again. I'll have our dynamite talent up in Canada immediately. And then Derek Kuzak, who leads product development worldwide, says, Mark, I've seen that technical issue on such and such 5 years ago or something. I'll get right on that. That exchange took 12 seconds. 12 seconds. We went on to the next chart. Of course, it was green. One of the next chart, it's green. The next week, I think it was still red, Mark's chart. Everything else was green. Next week, I think he changed it to yellow because they found a solution, and now they're implementing it. I think the next week, it turned to green. And boom, all the vehicles started going. And then probably one of the most exciting days of my life, both from a, oh shit, I mean, this is a terrible situation. Sorry, I'm so sorry. To, my gosh, we're going to make it, was the following week. And guess what the charts look like? They look like a rainbow. Like a rainbow. And I'm going, oh my goodness. Now the data says right here why we're losing $17 billion. Because the data sets you free, right? Data tells you everything. But also now it was safe enough that you could share how it was. You weren't red. The issue you're working on is red. As a matter of fact, the expectation is that everybody really does know what the situation is, because you can't manage a secret. People can't help if you don't know what the real situation is. And it's safe, and you're not going to get killed. Now, you can imagine the accountability around the table. Are you going to be red on an item, and then you're going to go through the week and come back and say to all your colleagues, I was really busy last week. I didn't have a chance to work on that. I mean, the pressure in a positive way is like fantastic, because everybody there is trying to figure out how to help go forward. So on that one day, it was probably like, oh my gosh, this is really in bad shape. But we all knew that. On the other hand, I knew at that moment that we were going to be able to turn Ford around.